crash, the blues. You spend months, maybe years, building your entire identity around a single goal. Every decision filtered through it. What to eat, when to sleep, whether to go out on Friday night. Everything served the marathon. And then it's over. And the structure vanishes overnight. The purpose disappears. And you're left with what? Not just running either. It happens after big projects, at work, after exams, after any massive sustained effort. The adrenaline drains out and you're left with a void shaped exactly like the thing you were chasing. For me, that void was 26.2 miles wide. I had no idea how this was going to go. I thought I feel elated, proud, done. Instead, I just felt empty, like someone had pulled the plug on everything I just kept removing. Here's what I did, and maybe this saves you from the same trap. I had no plans for it after. Zero. My entire focus was the finish line. I never once sat down and thought, what happens on Monday morning? I didn't schedule any easy runs for the week after. I didn't have a recovery plan. I didn't line up a fun, no pressure race to look forward to. I just stopped. And when you stop, when the momentum dies, that's when the crash hits the hardest, because the momentum isn't just about fitness, it's about identity. When you're training, you're a runner in training. When you stop, you're just a bloke on a sofa. I should have had a bridge, something small and joyful to carry me from the finish line into whatever comes next. A parkrun with mates the following Saturday, a trail run somewhere beautiful, a week of just running for the hell of it, with no watch and no plan. Instead, I went from 100 to 0, and the silence was deafening. If you're watching this and you've been through the same crash, or you're staring down a big goal and haven't thought about the day after, drop a comment. I read every single one of them, and hit subscribe, because what I'm about to tell you next is the reason this channel exists. So here's where it turned around. I was out for a walk, not even a run, just a walk, about 3 weeks after London, and my brain finally went quiet, enough to hear something. What if this wasn't the end? Not in a toxic, never satisfied, always chasing way. More like, what if finishing the marathon wasn't the finish line of the story? What if it was just the end of chapter 1? I thought back to why London worked. It wasn't just a race, it was having something so big and scary that it pulled me out of bed on cold mornings. Something that made me plan, prepare, commit. Something that gave every run a reason. I needed that again, not the same thing, but the same feeling. So I set a new goal, a new impossible. I'm going for sub 4 hours. My London time of 4 hours 20, decent for a marathon, but I know there's more in me. And more importantly, I need a reason to keep training like this. Because it matters. Not just for race day, for every single day. So here's the plan. Over the next 18 months, I'm running 2 more marathons. Nice in November, the French Riviera, beautiful course, proper target race, and then Berlin in September 2027. Flat, fast, and one of the best courses in the world for a PB. Nice gives me something to train for right now, a short-term focus to get me out of the post-London blues. And Berlin's the big one. That's where sub 4 hours becomes realistic. If the training goes well, if the body holds up, that's the race where it could all come together. Running in your 40s, 50s and beyond isn't about collecting medals. It's about having something that makes you feel alive, something that scares you a little, something worth getting up at 5 a.m. when it's raining and your knees are stiff and every excuse in the world is screaming at you to stay in bed. The sub 4 isn't really about time, it's about the chase. It's about proving to myself that London wasn't a one-off, that this body has made its middle-aged, creaky, sometimes uncooperative body is still capable of more than what I think. And Nice and Berlin, that's 18 months of reasons to keep finding out. So here's my question for you. Whether you run a marathon or working up to your first 5K, what's your next impossible? It doesn't have to be a time. It can be running without stopping. It can be getting around Parkrun without walking. It can be simply showing up consistently for 6 months. Drop it in the comments. I want to hear it. And if you want to follow my sub 4 chase, the training, the setbacks, the long runs, hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a ride. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.